Okay, here we are, back together again. Session 5, video 3. We are looking at our notes. We're on page, I believe about page 8. So we left off at our last video right here doing consumer loans and paying off loans. We've got a brand new formula. You want to put this in your notes, and here's what it reads. To figure out your monthly loan payoff, that equals an A value, and that's the amount of your loan. And then we've got some brackets here, and in the numerator we've got an I value. Your I value is your interest rate per pay period, and you find it by taking your annual interest rate and dividing by 12. Okay? Now notice we've got an I in the numerator and an I in the denominator. Then we've got a negative N. And N is the number of payments you are going to make to pay off your loan. So let's look at page 688, number 18. Okay, it says OpticSmart offers a Meade ETX Astro Telescope for $1,249. That includes the taxes. If you finance the purchase of this telescope, okay, so we're asking the bank to give us $1,249. If you want to finance the purchase of this telescope for 2 years at an annual percentage rate of 7.2%, what is the monthly payment? Okay, here's our A value. It's the amount of our loan, okay? Amount A. We're taking 2 years to pay this off. Okay, now think about this. 2 years, if you're on the monthly payment plan, how many payments are you going to make? Well, 2 times 12 is 24. You're going to make 24 payments. There's your N value. Now we have to find our I value. You take your interest rate and you divide it by 12. So 0.072 divided by 12 is 0.006. Okay, now you put all of this in your calculator. Now, folks, please, please, please be careful. Oops, I see a mistake here. I forgot this. Here's what I would do to make this problem easy to put in your calculator, okay? All right. Let's just put this in our calculator right now, okay? We've got 1 minus left parenthesis, 1 plus 0.006, close your parenthesis, raise that to the negative 24th and hit equals. And you should get about 0.133739597. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do, please don't round that number, because if you all of a sudden round that to like 0.13, your answer is not going to be the same as mine. Okay, so I would just write all of that down on your paper right now, okay? All right, so now on your calculator, kind of start over, clear your calculator, go 0.006 and divide it by this, okay? So let me do that. Okay, now hit equals, and now multiply that by 1249, and I got 56.03426. Make your answer look like money. So it's $56.03. Okay, that's how much our monthly loan payment's going to be. So let's write that down, what we just found. Monthly loan payment. And that's exactly what companies do to figure out how much you're going to pay them every month, okay? Okay, let's turn our books to page 688, number 19, please. And I'd like you to stop the video and I'd like you to read this problem, okay? Okay, there is a lot going on this problem, right? Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to break this problem down into littler baby steps for you. first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the sales tax. So look at step 1. It says sales tax equals price times tax. Okay, so how much money are we spending on the surfboard? Well, we're spending $649, so fill in the blank there. So $649 times our tax, 0.0725. Okay, did you remember to move the decimal? Whoops, let me put the notes back up here. Move that decimal 2 spots to the left, folks, okay? And your sales tax is $47.05. Okay, so what you need to do next, you need to find out exactly how much you're spending. Well, you're spending $649 plus the $47.05 for your tax. So we're spending $696.05 on this surfboard. Okay? All right, now we want to find out how much we're going to put on our down payment. So you're going to take your $696.05 and please multiply it by 0.25. Okay, so let's do that. So 696.05 times 0.25. Okay, 174.01. Now again, on your calculator you've got 4 decimals, but we're talking money, so make sure all of your work looks like money. Okay, so what you're doing is from the 696.05, this is gone, so you're ending up paying 75% of the purchase. So you're going to get $522.04. Now a quick way that we could have gotten this, ladies and gentlemen, you could just go 696.05, let me put this on my calculator here, and you could just subtract the 174.01 and you'll still get this, okay? So either way, let me put both ways down here. Minus 174.01, that gives you this, or you can say you're paying 75% of this, okay? So, alrighty. Step 4, before we can use that big equation, we always have to find our I value. So we take our R, our rate that they gave us, divide by 12, and here we go. We're financing this for how long? 6 months. So N equals 6. Okay, so you put everything into your payment formula. Again, this looks scary. Just put the denominator in your calculator first. So let's do this together. So we've got parentheses, 1 minus left parentheses again, 1.00475, close my parentheses, raise it to the -6, close my parentheses again, hit equals, and if you did it right, you should get 0.02803. Okay, so if you don't have that value, put things back in your calculator again, and you've got to have this and this close, and then the blacks close each other. So it's 2 black parentheses, 2 red parentheses, okay? All right, now write down that long, long decimal on your paper, okay? Now let's divide, start over in your calculator, put 0.00475 in your calculator, and I'm doing this too. All right, now I've got 0.169448441, and then I have to multiply that by 522.04, and I'm getting $88.46. Now be careful here. Again, I've got 458. Now that 8 makes me round up the 6, okay? All right. Here's where your problem is going to be. I don't think anybody's going to have problems on steps 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. It's getting this in the calculator correctly, okay? So please put the denominator in your calculator first. Write that long decimal down. Then clear your calculator and start over. Then go 0.00475, divide it by that long decimal, and then multiply it by 522.04, okay? All right. Okay, before we do the next problem, I do want to tell you on some calculators, And I believe on the calculator that Concordia gives you, I'm going on memory, so please excuse me. Here's what I want you to do. In the bottom, like if this is your calculator, there's some buttons down here, okay? And one of the buttons, I think it's above the equal sign. See if it says ANS, okay? If it doesn't, find the key that has ANS above it. Now what ANS is, it stands for answer. And what your calculator will do, it will store the last value that it has on its screen, okay? All right, so why am I telling you this? Well, here's what you could do. You could put all of this denominator in your calculator, and you know how you had that huge decimal? Instead of writing it down, clear your calculator only once, okay? Put this in your calculator, the top number, hit divided by. Now, you want that ANS function to work, and I do believe that's a second function. I think it doesn't say it in yellow on your calculator, so you have to hit your yellow shift button or your yellow inverse key, whatever it says on that calculator, then hit where your ANS function is, okay? Now hit equals, and now multiply by 522.04. See if that works, because that's a nice little function on calculators, and I use it all the time, okay? All right. Now, moving right along, we're going to do the next example. We're going to do page 688. We're going to do problem number 26. So, please turn off the video right now. Pause me. I would probably read this problem 2 or 3 times. There's a lot going on. Okay, so you've read the problem, and wow, there's a lot of information thrown at you. I have it all written down here, and I've got some steps for you. First thing you need to do, you need to find your sales tax. So you take your purchase price, multiply it by your tax rate, and here we go. We've got our tax. Were there any fees involved in this problem? Yeah, there was a license fee, $429. Now, to find your loan amount, this is what you do. You take your purchase price, add your sales tax, add your license fee, and subtract any down payment that you have. So there we go. There's our A value. A. Next thing you do, you've got to find your I value. So you take your R divided by 12. It's always divided by 12. Always, always, always. Then find your N value. Well, to find your N value, how many months are you going to be paying off this car? Well, you're going to have it for 5 years. There's 12 months in each year, so you're going to make 60 payments. Okay, now take all of your values here, plug it in. See if you get 636.26 for your payment. Okay, now again, try that new shortcut. Put this in your calculator. Just the denominator, okay? So let me do that with you. Okay, now just my denominator, I'm getting 0.315182556. Now I'm going to clear my calculator. My calculator has now stored this under the ANS function. Okay, so now I'm going to clear my calculator. I'm going to do this number divided by, now I have to pull this huge value. I got to pull that up. So folks, hit your second function in your ANS key. Now go times 31680.44. Hit equals, and you should get this. Okay? Now if you don't, just try it again, okay? All right. Here's the other thing you have to be really careful on. The N value is negative, okay? And you know, right here, did you put the negative with your N value? A lot of times if you don't agree with me, it's because you forgot the N value and you forgot that it's negative, okay? All right. Okay, I'm going to stop there for now. Well, actually, I'll let you guys do this one yourself. Here's just see how you do. Oops, let me move this down here. I've got some notes here. All right. All right. See if you come up with this value, okay? All right, bye. I'm going to stop for now, and we're going to have another video again. Bye-bye.